At daybreak, Jesus left the town and went to a lonely place. The people started looking for him. And when they found him, they tried to keep him from leaving. But he said to them, I must preach the good news about the kingdom of God in other towns also, because that's what God sent me to do.
He never got any rest. For 3 years it was relentless. People wouldn't leave him alone. On one occasion he was so tired that he fell asleep in a boat in the middle of a storm.
A strong wind blew up and the waves began to spill over into the boat so that it was about to fill with water. Jesus was in the back of the boat sleeping with his head in a pillow. The disciples woke him up and said, Teacher, don't you care that we're about to die?
He needed solitude. He needed time to connect with God.
How could anyone go on like that? With that sort of schedule? It's bad enough trying to keep down a full-time job and manage a family. That's hard enough.
He needed to keep focus. His task was larger than any of his friends could grasp at the time. Only much later, after he had died, it dawned on them. And to keep focus, Jesus needed time with God, so he prayed.
They came to a place called Gethsemane. And he said to his disciples, Sit here while I pray. Distress and anguish came over him, and he said to them, The sorrow in my heart is so great that it almost crushes me. Stay here and keep watch. He went a little further on and threw himself on the ground and prayed that if possible, he might not have to go through that time of suffering. Father, he prayed, My Father, all things are possible for you. Take this cup of suffering away from me, yet not what I want, but what you want.
3 times he went away and prayed, then coming back only to finding his disciples asleep. They could not keep their eyes open.
And when he came back the 3rd time, he said to them, Are you still sleeping and resting? Enough, the hour has come.
He was arrested by the authorities and led away for a mock trial.